Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a reading. I never thought I would even do any reads on the Kardashians. Um, I just, I it just, I don't know. I'm kind of, not that I'm above it or anything. I'm not trying to say that, but it just wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing of mine, and I know it's I know they're incredibly popular and things like that. But I like to do political, a missing person, things like that. But there is something I do like to do though. Definitely, when it comes to things that are a bit of a mystery. When people could be two sides to a story, who's telling the truth, who's not, things like that. I can certainly get curious and love to fact check it with tarot. And, kind of what's going on. There are some things in the news with the Kardashians that these are some fairly recent kind of things that I could probably do a little fact check with tarot. I'm kind of curious what tarot might reveal on this situation. So basically, this is kind of what's going on. I don't want to tell the entire Kardashian story because, one, I don't know it all that well. I probably am not the best person for that particular job. But I know there are people out there that know everything about them. Everything about them. So you will probably know way more than I do. That's actually a good thing because if I'm going in and I don't know a whole lot about everything, then it's going to be I'll have a little bit better confirmation. But by the time I'm done with the reading, I will probably know from a different angle, a much better than I did before. That's the goal, and give a little bit of information. So basically, let's just break down the area because there's so much, with the Kardashians. But we're going to really focus on Kim. We're going to focus on the ex, who is known as Ray J. I believe he's a rapper or something. And then also the infamous tape. I also want to be very careful how I word that. I want to be careful how I word the infamous tape. Okay. And the one thing we do know, apparently, I read a little bit, look a little bit of wiki and things. I know there's countless articles on the topic. I think he said, she said, and various things. But from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, for those who are the experts on the Kardashians. But it looks like she was dating Kim Kardashian when young. She was dating this Ray J. They apparently one day made a little tape, and this is about in 2002, so this is about 20 years ago. And then in 2007 this tape went, it got released. There's a whole lot of stuff about that. That's what we're going to read on. Okay, so let's just say got released at the moment. And so it was a big thing. It might be the most popular, sex tape ever. Maybe it looks like made quite a bit. I believe the estimates I saw about 1.4 million. Who knows? It could be even more than that. But this was a big thing and big news. Now, Kim Kardashian was just, she came from obviously a wealthy family. The Kardashians, everybody knows Kris Jenner, and then her father was one of the attorneys in the OJ tape case. I of course know that because of back in the day. And so anyway, but it was in 2007. Keeping Up with the Kardashian was released. There was talk about, that's kind of what got him started. A lot of this, the big thing, and all this was because of this tape that really took off and became this kind of big thing. And I guess it's kind of like, I guess, kind of a thing of here from spirits. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that's exactly, it looks like what Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian family did. Life gave them lemons. This would be a very thing that, oh my God, a tape, and this is so embarrassing, and whatever. Let's make lemonade. And she's become basically a billionaire. And she's kind of made a brand and made success. She's very successful. Now, let me just go ahead. I don't want this reading to be any kind of bash on the Kardashians or Kim Kardashian. I want to be very careful as I do that. Not that I'm afraid. I don't want a bunch of Kim haters, or Kardashian supporters hate me or anything. Of course, I wouldn't necessarily want that. I want to be very careful and objective and open minded to whatever comes that I receive. But let's put out there the good things, in the sense that Kim has done with her fame, with things with prison reform. She has helped some people get released that should have been in jail. And I believe there was one woman, it's in the wiki, that was in there for like almost a life sentence or something ridiculous over like a first time drug offense, and she helped her get released. Went to Trump. Trump, got the clemency, got people out. She's done some good things with her fame, which is fantastic. I think that's great, and I believe she was going to school to become an attorney herself, and that's fantastic. But she, taking in causes and things, bringing a lot of attention, using her star power, because she does have a major star power, has done some good things. So let's put it that way. There has been some positives. I know there are those that also can look at, there are people who just, they can kind of idolize them, and wow, this family and everybody's beautiful, and so, and everything, absolutely. They very glamour, lots of glamour. But there are those can be, critical of them as well, flaunting the wealth and the beauty and the power and all that. People can be strong on Kris Jenner. Or is she exploiting her kids? All that stuff. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot, but I did still want to throw in the positive. So she has done some positive things with her fame, and that would be one of them. So I do want to give kudos on that. I think that's a great thing. I know there are things with the Kardashians, very famous people, especially like maybe they're rappers or they're ball players or things. Various things. She obviously has been married to Kanye. I don't know if they're making amends. I don't know exactly, what is going on in that dynamic. There's, and then there's children and all that. But we're going to focus on this. There's so much with this family. And they're just so, definitely one of the things as far as marketing themselves is they've done an incredible job. And there's so many people, say Instagram models and people that have been wanting to accomplish what they want to accomplish, and they kind of even try to use them as a model, for success, and they've tried to give tips, how to do the perfect selfie, how to market yourself on Instagram. They do all kinds of things, but the following is phenomenal of this family. It's amazing the star power that they have. But the big thing that is actually, it's kind of like being resurrected, coming in the news very, very recently, as of it looks like even September. So let's narrow it so we can get to the read. It looks like there's a new show. There's been several. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is probably the most well known. There's been spin-offs and various things, but they're on Hulu. There is a thing on Hulu right now, and first episode, a little talk, and I did see some of the scenes that possibly more footage from back in the day could be released and things going on. And there was a few comments that Kim Kardashian made on the Hulu series, the first episode, that alerted this Ray J person, and he kind of started coming out just very recently. I guess he's been silent for a while, and he started kind of talking, and he's made some claims that are pretty stunning, and some of these go in there. And now that, of course, brought YouTubes, and I did look. There are some tarot readings on it. Yes, there are some tarot readings. I haven't read the tarot readings or watched the YouTubes yet. I will probably kind of look at a few things because now I'm curious, but I don't want to see anybody's stuff yet. But basically, there's all kinds of bragmans on it. But let's kind of go ahead. And like TMZ, September 13th, Kim Kardashian and Ray J got email early about his name's prophets, prophets on the tape. There's various things, but one of the things he's kind of making some claims on. And let's see, here, let's go with this one. We'll pick this one. They all kind of, a lot of them are saying the same thing. This is from a news article, Cinema Blend. So this is, okay, and this was about, I believe it says September 13th. Kim Kardashian's tape, we'll just say tape, saga continues as Ray J finally breaks silence by refuting Kanye West and Hulu stars' comments. So a little bit of Kanye in there. And we're going to read this. On the heels of the freshman premiere Hulu's The Kardashians in April. So, okay, we'll release about then. Age-old topic for the reality TV family has resurfaced. The 2007 tape between Kim and Ray. And this is really what, put her on the map. And she, like I said, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? Okay. The Skim CEO reportedly learned right at the time of filming her new series that her ex-manager was planning to release more footage from that time, but the scheme was ultimately revealed. Remember, I'm just reading this article, to be thwarted when Kardashian's ex-husband, Kanye West, stepped in to fix the situation. I did see a little receipt. Okay. Retrieve, whatever, little bits of material, is what is said. The saga continues of late, though, as this RJ breaks silence by refuting West and Kim Kardashian's on-screen comments. Following revelations on the show, he was a former Moesha star, apparently, had only cryptically posted on social media that what was being said about him and the tape was a lie. He elaborated further in a bombshell tell-all interview with the Daily Mail, specifically about the suggestion on the Kardashians that he was the source behind the touted leak. And he's saying, I never leaked anything. I have never leaked a tape in my life. It has never been a leak. It's always been a deal and a partnership between Kris Jenner and Kim and me, and we've always been partners since the beginning of this thing. So I can't resist. I can't, even though, like I said, I don't keep up with these guys. I don't keep up with them. And there has been a story and a narrative that has been told to the public since 2007 when people were made aware of this situation. Okay, which garnered lots of sympathy and empathy for Kim with this whole situation. That, here's... in 2002, they're kind of, they have a thing, and lots of people have done this over time. They maybe made a little, some kind of tape. Things happen or did photos or various things. This is a thing that happens a lot, which of course, there should be a warning to anybody, of course, be careful with that. But the whole narrative was that he was the bad guy and really made money, and then she sued, and there was a lawsuit and a settlement and all this stuff, right? Okay, but this is something different. As much as been suspected, of course, I'm sure people had to have suspicions. As much as been suspected over the years, the mom manager, I guess that is what they call her, Kris Jenner, negotiated some sort of tape release deal for the benefit of Kim. It's always been publicly denied by the family. Now, I believe there was a recent Kris Jenner had went on, was it the James Corden, I think it's James Corden show or something. She hooked herself up into a lie detector and was asked that question, and she said no, like, were you behind the... And she said no when they're saying she's telling the truth. Now, I know I saw an article where there's Ray J or whatever said that guy is, whatever. I think he said he even knew of him. Of course, we could definitely see. We can't trust that. Let's just put it that way. I'm, right, wrong, and different. I have not pulled cards yet. But that would not. That's not going to do it for me. Let's put it that way. If I'm sitting here analyzing who's telling the truth, and if Kris was behind it or not behind it, if this was all a thing, let's do this. That stunt on and I did see a snip of it, and that stunt on the show where she's hooked up, that could all be staged. Just like, can we kind of stage a little something so people stop saying stuff? Because this could make our brand look bad if people ever found out we were behind it all along, and we've been lying to people for 20, or excuse me, less than that, 15 years. Okay, so sure, yeah, let's put on. It's all Hollywood, right? Sure. So I'm not going to trust that. I'm not going to trust that. I'm 100% not even gonna not even gonna play that game. Okay, so let's So, and then here's another quote. When I put on the comments that all this is a lie, I didn't mean Kanye coming to meet with me about some tape, a second tape. I mean, all of this is all a lie. From the beginning of us putting this tape out, this has been the biggest lie in the industry, in the history of entertainment. This is a big claim, guys. This is a big claim. God, I'm sorry. My nose, I'm, as you can see, I had surgery and I'm just I'm healing, guys. Sorry. They're not letting the world know that there's a bunch of tapes that we made, but they're not going anywhere because she has them all. So his claim also is she always had possession in a Nike box somewhere in the room is another thing he's claimed. This is heavy stuff, guys. According to Ray J, Kim Kardashian was the one, there it is, in possession of all 3 of their videos per the contract, including the already released Cabo tape, an unreleased Santa Barbara tape, and an unreleased intro to the Cabo activities. What he did apparently have, and what Kanye West got from him during their reported handoff, was a device with old intimate photos and mini videos. So just like a collection. That's what he's saying. Okay. As far as the ex-lover tells it, Ye, I guess that's Kanye, sat down on the floor during their LAX terminal meeting to look at the content first before taking it. So there does seem to be a connected, I believe it was a laptop or something with various stuff. The one-on-one alum also added that he neither asked nor accepted any money for what he had, despite the easy performer's claims on Kardashians that implied that they were all done with being extorted. He continued about their father-to-father exchange. Okay, so this is Kanye and Ray J. I was proving to him I've never been the enemy. I've never been the person who they say I am. If that was the case, why are you guys trying to brainstorm, come up with ideas with me, and make me do what you guys say do? You want me to continue to act the bad guy, and you guys have brainwashed me into thinking that's okay. In addition, Ray J recalled that he has not only been financially affected by being cast as the leak behind the tape footage, reportedly losing out on gigs like Dancing with the Star and America's Got Talent, but emotionally and socially as well. He even claims to have been suicidal. I have to, just like I said, I have to be careful with YouTube. At one point, because of the ordeal, the 41-year-old was frank, though, that he doesn't want compensation or even an apology from the famous family. What he does want is his version of the story finally out there. And then, quote, I just want my daughter and my son to appreciate what I've done here on earth and know that their dad doesn't go for exploiting women, disrespecting women, and leaking footage of someone who didn't give permission. This has been a burden for me. It's been an embarrassment for me. My family have questioned my integrity, who I am as a person. The Kardashian Jenners have been accused a number of times in the past of putting out only a controlled tiny piece of their actual selves and lives. Well, of course they're going to put out image. Of course they are. Especially concerning what is recycled and evidently photoshopped on their social media profiles. Of course they are. But Ray J seems to believe it goes much deeper than perhaps what anyone guessed. Going forward, the father of two said, I'm going to live in my truth and not in the lie that has been created by Kris Jenner and Kim. I will not let them do this to me anymore. We'll have to wait to see if there are any further chapters in this tape saga. In the meantime, new episodes, you can watch it on Hulu. Okay. That's heavy stuff. Okay. Now, to be fair, and then we're going to get to the read. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me see if I could, try to go back. Hold on. Now, I know, I just had it up here, so I'm going to have to find it again. Kris Jenner's response to Ray J's claims in the news recent. Wait, I got that better. Yep. So she's been reacting. She's been reacting to some of the rumors, and I'm trying to find a little bit. There's a lot of it. Hold on, I'm trying to find Kris Jenner. What is she saying? So this is kind of his claim. This is a big thing. Now, could this be everybody all in it together to get this right? It's all Hollywood, right? It's all, is it a distraction? Is it Hollywood? Is it manipulation to get this all going? Do they feel like maybe popularity was going down and something like this could raise it up? Hey, that we could have that. But at the same time, is this guy has had to be, say the bad guy, of the story for a long time. Let's just put it that way. It's crazy. So, yeah, I'm trying to find, hold on, I'm trying to get her. I know did she respond? Well, there's a lot of him. But yeah, there's a lot of, articles. TMZ, this is back in May. Kris Jenner didn't negotiate, is what they're saying. And various things. So, she must have knew this was coming. Hold on, I'm trying to, let me see. Let's try it again. Kris Jenner's response to Ray J's recent claims in the news. So maybe I could get it there. Okay, here we go. So this is from page6.com. Hopefully this gets her side. That's what I'm looking for. Kris Jenner reacts to rumors she released Kim's and Ray's tape. Okay. And here, there's when she went on the TV show. So let's kind of see. It's all okay. Let's see. Kris Jenner shut down claims that she helped her daughter Kim Kardashian spread her infamous 2007 tape with Ray J. The Kardashian Jenner matriarch, along with Kylie Jenner, appeared on Thursday's episode. Yeah, it was Late Show with James Corden, where she was made to take a lie detector test. And of course, they could easily fake this. We don't want to be gullible to this, right? When Corden asked if she helped Kim release her tape, she shook her head. It's okay, but no. The 66-year-old mom manager, is what they call her, told Corden before the machine determined she was telling the truth. Oh, I like that we cleared that up. Back in May, Ray J 41 alleged, so he started kind of saying things in May, because remember, Hulu, it was April that the first episode aired, and Kim was talking about possibly more stuff coming. Now, see, that would definitely resurrect and get people's attention. Say April, it could happen again, and let's do it again. And I believe one of them, God, which one was it? One of the Kardashian was like, this is like, back in the day, episode 1 and everything. And, yeah, that would get ratings, right? We got to think about that, okay? Are they playing us? But anyway, back in May, so right after, Ray J 41 alleged, so he was alleged then. This was a whole partnership kind of thing. But he's really been September saying all kinds of stuff. And let's see. So here we go. Here it is. Once I pitched the idea to her, Kardashian just played around a bit. That's when she jumped the idea, talked to her mom, and it was out of my hands from there. Ray J, whose real name is William Ray Norwood Jr., claimed the Skims founder gave her the tape and Jenner and then shared it with Vivid Entertainment. Further alleged that they signed a contract for 3 tapes, but only 1 tape from a trip from Cabo was made. That's heavy stuff. And yeah, so for the remainder of and then just a little quote from him. For the remainder of my life, I'm going to live with my truth and not in the lie that's been created by Kris Jenner and Kim. He said at the time, I will not let them do this to me anymore. So yeah, so it was about May. He finally got, he's kind of standing in here. But like I said, could this all be drama? Could this, hey, let's start a big whole thing? Hey, could it all be drama? This is crazy stuff. So pretty much what we've got, Kris Jenner, and it looks like, pretty much everything that this was all built on. This is the foundation of what everything was built and what got them to be who they are 20 years later, is in the news. It started kind of May, and then really lots of articles, especially mid-September, and this Ray J is saying it's always been a bunch of crap, that there was a whole thing. Now, one of the things, and those who follow know, and I do remember this. I do remember from back in the day. She was kind of an assistant apparently to Paris Hilton, this did happen to Paris Hilton. And so, it is something that, because we know, let's just, for those, hold on. Paris Hilton and tape that was released in the past. Let me put it that way. Try to be careful because Google.
According to page 6, the tape was released by Hilton's ex-boyfriend, poker player Rick Solomon, 53, in 2004. Titled One Night in Paris, it showed footage of the pair having sex in 2001, and it caused a media sensation.
Okay, so this is true. Okay, in 2001, Paris Hilton and her boyfriend, which is poker player Rick Salmon, who apparently was 53. Ew, that's my age. But she was. I know she was young then. She was very young, and she was. I remember that Paris Hilton was in the a lot. The Hilton. She was getting a lot of attention. It was the Hiltons back then. Okay, she was always in there, and this is really before the internet was kind of huge. It was just coming in. But I remember there was a tape. I definitely remember that, and it was called One Night in Paris, and this got released, and it was a big thing. So it looks like filmed in 2001. I definitely couldn't remember the date. It's almost impossible. And now it does say she released her 2003 tape due to childhood trauma, is what she said. I'm the worst person I can meet or something. But then, but it says also 2004 video. Or wait a minute, video, was it directed by? Was released by? Okay. No, it says it was them. It was them, and it did get in the news, and it was a big, huge thing. Now. So yes. One of the things we could kind of look at is they were kind of close, and Paris. It looks like just 1 year before they kind of this thing. Now that had not all been released. It could be a complete coinky-dink that made these little tapes, but then Paris Hilton. It looks like okay, so it was leaked 2004. I'm not sure what this whole thing there is. It said she released her thing due to childhood trauma. I don't know what that is. But anyway, that was an article in 2020. But, it looks like just in 2018 of April kind of opened up and talked about it. But yeah, let's look at this one. This is Business Insider. That's a fairly reputable one. So this was just April 8th. I'm showing even talking about this because the fact these two have intersected and were together and both right around the same time have these situations within years apart. Okay, I'm sure, this is what they, Kris and Kim kind of say, Paris is famous and this little scandal, and it happens to Kim too, is kind of bizarre. Okay. Paris Hilton finally talks about her infamous leak. It felt like I lost part of my soul. Absolutely. And I could see this could be, and so, I'm sure garnered a lot of sympathy for her as well. And, and of course, there's going to be jerks and you know how it is. And a new documentary titled The American Meme offers an inside look into the life of Paris Hilton. And like I said, this is in 2018. In the documentary, Paris discusses her leaked 2004 tape with then boyfriend Mick Falloman. The leak left her distraught. I literally wanted to die at some points. Absolutely. And her situation may be more valid that she did not want this. She was already kind of up there. She was up there already. She was, in the scene, and it had a lot of attention and everything. Paris Hilton's life from front and center in a new documentary, and it's anything but simple. The American Meme follows the hotel heiress and socialite, recapping the nearly 2 decades she spent in the public eye. Hilton, 37, rose to fame when she was 19 years old after a Vanity Fair photo shoot with her sister in 2000. Yes, and I remember she's, when they were very young, and she nabbed a starring role in the hit Fox reality show The Simple Life. So I just want to say, and I'm not going to read on this. This is a long time ago, but she was already very popular. She had a show. So see, she was up there. So having a tape would actually, could be damaging. But Kim wasn't, she was in a pretty well-to-do family, but she wasn't big, and the tape made her big. Where Paris was already big, and a tape could make her, and stuff. So this is a completely different action-reaction kind of thing. She was already popular and everything, and everybody was like, wow, Paris Hilton is so pretty, and all that stuff. She was getting very, very popular. And I remember that that was the family. Okay. But and the new film opened up about the incident and talked about the trauma lingered for years. And she did seem to kind of just, I guess perception kind of disappear from the limelight, if you kind of notice. It was like being SA. She said in the documentary, it felt like I'd lost part of my soul and been talked about in such cruel, mean ways. And people were saying some really, ugly things, I literally wanted to die. At some points, I was like, I just don't want to live, and that's why I said, I feel like she just kind of, she wasn't in the, she wasn't in a scene. It just seemed like she kind of went away. And, so it just kind of talks about that. The American Meme explores the rise and pitfall of social media celebrity, people we call influencers whose popularity comes from an outsized online presence and the continuous controlled access they offer to personal lives. Hilton almost single-handedly pioneered this brand. She did. This brand of fame. She invented being famous for being famous. Yes. Yes. Before Instagram or the Kardashian, Hilton was the original reality star. That is 100% true. Today, Hilton is engaged, runs various international, she might be married now, I don't know, cosmetics and fashion lines, is producing new music and TV, and boasts a robust 18.1 million followers on Twitter and 8.7 million on Instagram. So she's doing good. Okay, so just setting the stage. I've already talked about 30 minutes. We're going to get to the cards. I just want to get, we got to get the stuff out there. And it's definitely one thing that it definitely happened in Paris. It's right around the same time. And of course, I'm not there yet. I'm going to plug in Kris Jenner. Sees, Paris Hilton is the talk of the town at the time. Okay. I remember they were always in the, and I know the internet was just becoming a thing. So they were talked about a lot in the news, lots of photos like this. This is before Instagram. This is before Facebook, just right before. And, but she was, everywhere. And, a lot of people, wanting to, maybe get a little puss and a little doggy, because I know she had the little doggy and going out. I think she hung out maybe with Lindsay Lohan, maybe later. There are little things, maybe Britney Spears, definitely a socialite, she's the party life and all that stuff and money and everything. So, and then, Kim is her assistant, this, that, and then all this stuff happens with the tape, but then all of a sudden, there's another. It's just kind of, could somebody have put two together and said, things that make you go, could there have been a little something? Could Paris and Kim kind of be soulmates in some way? Could their past could they have crossed paths in past lives? And could she have wanted to be the stature of her kind of friend, and she was kind of an assistant for her? They were a little bit of both. And then she kind of took off and is, Kim and the family, really the whole family is what they are today. We got Kylie is doing extremely well and things like that. And Kim, Kris Jenner. All right. So I've set the stage. So this is what we're going to look at. Heavy stuff. I'm gonna have to let Spirit choose the deck on this. Should I go straight Thoth, which is pretty harsh, but I know that really the light seers. I'm just gonna do light seers because one of the things let's do Thoth too. Let's kind of throw. I'm gonna throw a few options. I can't make up my mind. Okay, so we're gonna put light seers there. I will go ahead and put a little Thoth on there, and I'm going to lower it in a minute. And we're going to take a look, what is the real story? Can we find out? Hopefully Spirit will give me the answer. I know the inquiring minds want to know, because I know that's the way people are. That is the way people are. Let me think of the third deck, because I want to choose between three decks here. Just give me a moment. I could do that. Let's choose that one. Hold on a minute. I got to be careful because the stacks are kind of crazy. But this is, sometimes I like, they are a part of the collective in a very strong and powerful way. They are incredibly influential. So I do like to sometimes take a peek at what's going on in the collective. But to think if the collective had been fooled, not that it would necessarily change anything as far as popularity. I don't feel that she's got how many followers? She's got like a couple 100 million on Instagram followers. Kim Kardashian. I don't. It's something insane. I mean, it's a lot. She's so, if she lost a few followers, she'd still be okay. I feel they'll still be popular for a while, but it could be a thing, to how do I put it? That everybody's been duped and everything. But could this, like I said, I could sit there and I could say, could this entire thing be a whole thing to kind of get something stirred up among the public? To watch the Hulu show, to go to Instagram, to follow, to buy stuff, whatever. Is she selling makeup, clothing brand? I don't know what all she's marketing right now, but I know she markets a lot of things. So let's go ahead and look at it. Here we go. I wanted to kind of set the scene for y'all. So we're going to let the pendulum choose the deck. I want to connect to the higher self, which is connected to the source. Am I connected? Yes. I wonder if Spirit wants to do this read. Like, why do you want to do this? Because I'm a truth seeker. Show me yes. Show me no. Show me maybe. Which deck do you want to go to? Okay, it is actually pointing to the Rider Waite. It is a colorful one. Hopefully you guys can see it, but that's okay. I can interpret and explain the images. That's not a problem. So it does want to go to Rider Waite. It actually doesn't want to go to Light Seers. Okay. And it doesn't want to go to Thoth. I see. I never know why. I just go with the flow. Sometimes I like to just let Spirit, pull the deck. Okay. So this one I can't really shuffle because it's like a brick. It's hard as a rock. What time is it right now? Oh my Lord. And I did a lot of sleeping. I'm still healing, and I actually go back to work today, only for a half day though. Thank the Lord. Oof. It's okay. But I'm ready to kind of get back in the swing of things. That one is sticking up. See it kind of sticking out like that? Spirit is telling me to call it. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups, which is the very first card. Now, my very first response, as you can see, kind of the little bitty fish there. I'm going to kind of tune in. I actually am going to feel kind of a young... hold on a minute. Stop. Hold on one second. I'm going definitely into younger ladies. I want to fact check something. Give me a moment. Give me a moment here. I definitely am getting a little emotional reaction kind of stuff here. Okay, so give me a moment. Just something because I was just looking at it. Give me a moment. What is Paris Hilton's birthday? Yes, that's what I thought. Paris Hilton is born
February 17th.
That's what I thought. Just as I was talking about Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton is born on February 17. She is a Pisces. Okay. So as we were just talking about that, there is a little bit more of Paris Hilton in this story than just like, and that's why I wanted to bring it up as Spirit wanted me to look at it. She is a Pisces. This is a water sign. And it can be, the page is not exclusive to male or female. Paris Hilton was very young then. We've got that kind of fish. She was definitely in the limelight. Okay. And the Pisces can be sensitive, but also, kind of emotional reaction and things for what happened with her. She was a star. She was in the limelight. This happened to her. So one of the things that's what we wanted to kind of balance the way out is the whole beginning, how we even got here. Remember, she did her tape in 2001. Kim does hers apparently in 2002. And now, could it be a little quickie? Did these two people kind of did their thing, Was Kim trying to be like her, Remember, it wasn't released yet with Paris, where they kind of talk about, hey, be kind of fun. Who knows? But there's a connection, hence the beginning. I also feel, yes, there were some things with Kim. She's kind of looking at as attention, how popular she admired this. Okay, Paris Hilton. This energy, and that was definitely something I was feeling because I remember, guys, I remember years ago very well. Some of you, if you're young, were not even alive, or you were in diapers, or maybe just, in barely getting into kindergarten. I remember how popular this woman was. Okay, so there's definitely being assisted, kind of getting the limelight, socialite. There's definitely wanting to be like her. Some kind of energy there. So even though I'm reading on Kim, Paris, and that's why I felt, wait a minute, because I know Kim is a Libra. I'm feeling that this is Paris, and sure enough, confirming, Spirit is confirming the sign fits the image. She's very young, Pisces, here we go. Okay, so there is a connection. Okay, there is a connection. Interesting. I love getting into this. But we may find out, like I said, that maybe this Ray J is a bad dude, and it's just, okay, but we're just kind of taking a look. So we got the Fool reversed. The Fool reversed. So one of the things we can definitely look at, in this saga, definitely, and we could also even, let's definitely, as it's Paris, kind of fooled. Trusted someone. I believe when I look at Paris Hilton's story, I feel hers is authentic. Like I said, she would have had a lot to lose. She was already a socialite, popular, being followed by people, though there was not a like follow type of thing back then. I don't even know if MySpace was a thing at the moment. I don't think it was. I don't think it had just quite hit, but she was up there. She was already up there. So a tape could, hurt her. It's backwards in the situation. Okay. But obviously, I feel this Fool reverse. I was fooled. I trusted, as the Fool can be about trust, take a leap of faith, all that. And chaos. Hence the opposition. Now let's kind of go ahead and see how Spirit's going to lead all this. Okay, so we do have the Lovers reverse, and then it's popping up in there. Let's kind of see where this goes. And we got the King of Wands. Now I'm trying to focus my energy. I was kind of, trying to communicate to the Spirit. Let's talk about Kim. Okay, we got at the foundation. This is hidden area. We got the King of Wands. I do believe this is the Ray J guy. We've got the Lovers reverse. So definitely, for right, wrong, and different, obviously lovers we're dealing. But I believe they may have been parted at the time all this stuff comes out, if I'm correct. But we definitely got, we've got the lovers are nude, clearly. It's a reversal. I believe also, but it's reversed because they're naked, right? Okay, it's kind of reversal, kind of, a little different connotation, but I believe they may have been separated at the time. Let me fact check that, guys. Like I said, I don't keep up with these guys. Let me see if I can kind of double check. Was Kim Kardashian and Ray J broken up when the tape came out? Okay, so it looks like this is just something that's popping up. May 10, 2022. Let me just kind of look. And apparently, these guys get the news. The real reason Kim and Ray J broke up, he claims that she was unfaithful. So hold on. Let me attribute, this is some place called The Things. But there was other articles. Kim Kardashian and Ray J's relationship has always been associated with their tape, though the years never really discussed why they broke up. Okay, so it was that apparently was vague. And fast forward to now, and the singer claims that was okay. We know about that tape. Okay, so here we go. I don't want to get into when they were dating. When did they break up? I'm trying to get to it. I just want to know if they were broke up during the tape time. Damn it. Will it say? And he's okay. There's more of that. I didn't leak anything. He's been arguing with this for this year. They did, okay, they had a cabo trip. We know obviously they were together then. Here we go. Finally, get to it. Years after their tape was leaked, Ray J accused Kardashian of being unfaithful during the relationship. And he says, it might not be wrong. We're the same kind of player. She was the female me. Gemini twins, possibly. She was a player, though. You don't really know what okay. All right, so he kind of said, that's what he kind of said there. But I'm just trying to figure out when they broke up, and I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time. I want to be the read.
February 17th, 1981.
No, that's
according to Wikipedia.
Let me see. Let me try it again. When did Kim Kardashian and Ray J officially break up? Let's try it. Come on, guys. Help me out here. Okay, here we go. Okay. So they broke up in 2006. That's what I felt. Okay, perfect. Because the Lovers is reverse. That's what I was feeling. That they were broke up at the time. Perfect. When this all gets released. And that's what I felt. So that is kind of interesting. That would be a start. Whoop, I want to get it back. She made me mad. Let's just put this tape out, Okay. That may have been the narrative. You guys can let me know. But it looks like 2006 is the time that this all goes kaput, right? Lovers reverse, King of Wands, he's, or is that passionate, and the King of Wands can be that sexual energy. We're definitely talking about that, right? Okay, so we got that. I just had to answer that question. Okay, so that's perfect. That's good. They're parted when this all comes down. What is the thing overlapping that? What's going on? The Chariot. The Chariot is about victory, success, going forward, definitely. One thing we know, the tape is incredibly successful. I believe I read it might be the most popular tape that has ever been out there of this kind. Going forward, success, yeah, we know that. But let's kind of go in. Now I'm going to aim past energy. What was there one of the things I would look at if they all came together, Three of Pentacles would be very telling. So let's kind of go and see what we got. Now, when I go into the past position, I've got the Star. Let's talk about that. We're the past position. My immediate response, is, Kim wanted to be a star. Okay, 100% want to be a star. And I definitely got not just Kim, but Kris wanted, definitely her to be a star, maybe even the whole family. There's ambition, but being a star, yes. Okay, this is in past position, right? Definitely, that's there. There are there. And the World. We got big dreams. Now, a couple things there. Not only is this a World card, so not only do we want to be a star down here, you see it, right? And get all over the world. I want to be a star. I want to be known all over the world. Notice there is a naked woman. Okay, the cosmic dancer is nude in this image. Okay, and also the star, the Aquarian lady, is nude as well. Okay. And the Lovers are nude. We got a lot of nudity here, guys. And so I see now why Spirit said use the Rider-Waite. This was necessary to express some things. Be nude, be all over the world. These are both, my nude women. The Lovers and everything make you a star. Okay, make you a star. Okay, so that's some telling stuff there. Let me put that up there. Think about it. What Tarot was trying to say here. There may be actually some authenticity to this story. Okay, that what he's saying. Okay, because I definitely I want to make me a star, make you a star energy there. Okay, and I've got a couple nudes. Okay, right. If the intent, like say, I'm gonna get him back because she it's not about wanting to make her a star, right? It's about wanting to humiliate. This is a different kind of energy here. Okay, so here somebody want to make her a star with this tape. Okay, and we've got nude and even bare all Lovers, all that stuff and everything. So they were broke up at the time. We know the tape is successful, all that stuff. Now I'm not saying he's out of the loop. Obviously, he has to be in the loop. He has to be, okay, and stuff. But there is definitely let's make you a star, and this is the way. That is there, 100%, and stuff. And like I said, life makes lemons make lemonade, and everything. But notice the first card is the Page of Cups, and I confirmed, and you can pull it up on Google. Paris Hilton was a Pisces, or is a Pisces. Excuse me. She was fooled. This got a lot of press. And like I said, I do believe that this brought her down. But she kind of disappeared. She wasn't as much, out there like she was before. This did impact her. But, okay. She's pulling up for a reason, in that I'm wanting to be her. Period. 100%. Okay. Now let's look at the top card. What is it? Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So one of the things, this can be about work, employment. We got the money here, right? Okay, and stuff. So one of the things we can work with this, make money off this, right? Okay, Nine of Pentacles, take action. That's the past. You see the past. If you want to know your past, look into your present conditions. If you want to know your future, look into your present actions. What's the thing that we can see visible at the crowd? So we got a little hidden, all this separate. It's not all that hidden, but we've got that area. But did they try to keep quiet about the way it all went down? And that's why he's in the hidden area. But here's the past. Okay, it's very clear. Hangman reverse. Okay, so this is I'm going to sit with this because there's multifaceted kind of things here with the Hangman reverse energy and stuff. It's definitely perception. It can definitely be one of the meanings of the Hangman. Everybody, public perception and everything is a big thing. Absolutely. Got little bits of sacrifice in there. Could be some sacrifice energy. And definitely if he goes along with this, that's kind of a sacrifice thing. Absolutely too. But also, what is the big thing here? What is the big thing? Sacrifice, right? But also kind of, hug up and strung up, kind of a martyr here, little bit of energy. Now, Kim Kardashian does not put herself as a victim per se and everything, but kind of does in the story the way it's been told. Hey, you know what, this boyfriend is sad, I made this thing, it went out, and that really sucks, that it's a sad story, how it all goes down and everything. But, there's a little bit there, but, remember the Hangman does have a power position in there. So we're through the whole story, that this all goes there, but a lot of it perception, maybe are we being manipulated? Right. Now let's kind of go ahead and look. Now I want you guys to notice I'm not done with the read yet, but so far in my past energy, and this below, no Seven of Swords for betrayal, no Ten of Swords for being stabbed in the back. Not yet. Not yet. I haven't seen that. If anything, I get this make me a star. And I've got a couple naked ladies here. How do we make you a star? How do we get all over the world? Kind of world dominion here, okay? Get popular. But I don't have betrayal cards. Not yet. At least of Kim being betrayed. Not yet. I'm not done. Let's kind of look at kind of where we're at the here and now. Here and now is some things that are going on that are being said. He's saying things and Kris Jenner. So first, let's kind of look at a little bit. Okay, there we go. We got the Two of Cups. Okay, so we got the Two of Cups, which can be a friendly kind of interaction. I do take note of that and everything. So, and what's above it? Nine of Cups reverse. Okay, so we look a couple things here. So Two of Cups can be kind of a friendly one-on-one soulmate interaction. So these two clearly are soulmates and everything. I don't, and did they kind of make some kind of friendly, kind of deal here? Perhaps maybe it was some kind of weird thing. But I do have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. And which can be, kind of wishes coming true, accomplishment, things like that. I've got a little bit of reversal that maybe, I guess you could put it that maybe where, he felt or did this thing, they do this exchange deal. There's some regrets of things going on. Maybe, maybe where he thought, oh yeah, money, maybe was sold an idea. It could be money and good for him. Be careful what you wish for. Now let's kind of go ahead. First, I'm going to focus, I'm going to do this a little different because I've got three players I really want to focus on. I want to look a little bit at Kim. I'm going to do this just a wee bit different. I want to look a little bit at Kim. I want to look a little bit at Kris. And then I want to look a little bit at Ray J and just kind of break down their cards. So I'm going to do it just a wee bit different. Spread this out. Okay, first let's pull a card for Kim. I'm going to just do one. Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, Ace of Swords reverse. This makes me feel she's not being 100% honest and forthcoming about everything going on. Ace of Swords can be about truth, communication, cutting through the situation. We are not being honest about everything here. Okay, and I know he said that April episode when she made kind of a comment about, could have when I was asleep, he did, and kind of played it. Oh my God, there could be other footage, and she's kind of behind in tears. And, and almost, if you look at the Ace of Swords, does it almost look like tears are kind of falling from it a little bit? It almost looks like tears, right? Okay, but it's not. It's just kind of little feathers. But just, it almost looks like teardrops. Not being honest. Straight up, that's a straight up not being honest there. Okay, now let's look at Kris. What is a card for Kris Jenner, Mom? Just one card. So we got the Two of Wands in the reverse position. Now that could be also about exploring the possibilities. Notice the guy is holding the globe, kind of looking over the water, exploring the possibilities. So what it makes me feel, just kind of the way Spirit's coming in, became, I do believe what Spirit is saying, kind of became aware. She certainly didn't say, hey, why don't you and your boyfriend go get a camera? She didn't do that. Okay, that's what I'm trying to allude. Found out about there is something here. And however this convo came out, then, the possibilities. Okay, there's a little something there. Okay, so this kind of makes me feel somewhere she kind of looked at the globe. And remember, what is it? The world right here. She's got the world in her hand, kind of looking at the possibilities. What can we do with this? Okay, now we're going to look at, the Ray J guy. And I don't think he's a saint here. Okay, so do not get me wrong. I'm not done. He's still a player in this whole story. I've got the Temperance card for him. Now the Temperance card can be about patience, divine timing. This kind of makes me feel, one of the things, he's just coming out many years later. It looks like he'd been quiet for a while. Patience, divine, just being patient, and just kind of feeling out, maybe waiting things happen. And now he's starting to kind of come out with some things here. He'd been patient for a while. So now let's kind of go ahead. What's a little bit of energy in the environment? Where does this go? Now, looking at the environment, I do have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. I would like to check the ratings of the Hulu show. Let me just check, because the victory card, a couple things. Obviously, it can be about success, victory, Six of Wands, charismatic, getting a lot of attention. Now, this card can be. Let me pull up for this. This actually, I want you to kind of look, and I'll show you why. See how we've got that Six of Wands energy? We've got all the little, wands being held up, kind of returning from a journey, successful. The Six of Wands can be very charismatic, successful, loves attention. Very often I've said, this can be kind of my person who likes a lot of attention. They may be on Instagram. I use this as an example all the time. On Instagram, they like the likes, they like the follows, all that. There's a reversal here, which I know Kim has a lot of followers, but how is this Hulu show doing? So let me check something. Is it not doing as well as they were hoped? Let me just I'm going to fact check a couple things here. I see, this is why I like to just do it in front of you guys, so just, is it not doing that good? Because, they're popular, but how are the ratings going on the new Kardashian show on Hulu? Nope, it's actually doing well. Hulu says Kardashian is its biggest series premiere. Okay, biggest series premiere on Hulu. Okay, so it's doing okay. Well, we shouldn't be disappointed with that. Okay, so let me kind of... But it also says why the Kardashians may have outgrown reality TV. Okay, so let me... Oh, here we go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Nope. That was when it was released, but... Here we go. There is a little something here. This is in June 9. Disappointing Hulu's The Kardashian at risk of cancellation. So wait a minute. This is on a show called TV Shows Ace. Hold on. Here we go. Now, so it had a good start, but wait a minute. EntertainTimes.com. The Kardashians' ratings remain unimpressive. Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, Kris Jenner enraged. See, that's what I was wondering, because the Six of Wands is reversed. Are we not getting the attention on this show? Is it just going a little wee bit down? Okay, hold on. Oh, here we go. Yep, and then also, of course, it's going to get bad ratings because you know how people are, critics. This is the U.S. Sun. This is on April 13. The Kardashians Hulu show panned by TV critics as listless and a disappointment. Okay, but really it's the fans. It's not always the critics. It's the fans that matter. So, yeah. And they've been trying to compete with others. Okay, and of course, but yeah, critics. But I'm really trying to see the ratings. Now, oh no, that was a while ago. Never mind. Hold on. I'm just trying to find more. And they've already got a season 2 and everything, but... So they had it, I mean, when they released, they did good. but there's just some various things. So, but I just get the impression. Here we go. This is a recent one from 7 days ago. This is Cinema Blend, and this is or it says last updated 7 days ago. It looks like Hulu. How many seasons will Hulu with the Kardashians have? Now, Kris Jenner is ambitious, is what it says. She wants to go 20 seasons. I don't know about that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're always trying to fill it with content and everything like that. So, just my assessment, what I feel though, no matter with a few articles, kind of course, critics are going to criticize the show. That's the way they are. They're going to be hard, and everything. But it looks like, they're probably not doing horrible, but they're not doing as good as probably Kris Jenner would want them to do. Is kind of what I'm looking at with some of the articles that are popping up in here. Which I know she wants to be the biggest, and everything, of course. Get all the attention. So I feel like no matter what, that's what the Six of Wands is saying. Are we losing a few people here? And there's definitely some things. This is one thing the Kardashians are pretty good at, I got to give them, is try to keep some stuff going, because they know, I'm sure Kris Jenner and everybody, especially Kris Jenner, is well enough to know that you could be the biggest thing now and you could easily go down the next day, and she knows that. So trying to keep them popular is a big thing. And so, but I feel like especially her, she's not exactly happy. She would like Hulu to be bigger, better, and definitely some things there. So it looks like a good start. They did do well on the premiere, but maybe it's not exactly where she wants it to be. Okay, so let's kind of go and look. And the reason why I feel like Spirit's bringing that up is because all this is in the news, right? And all this stuff in September. He was already kind of saying things in May and stuff, but now there's some new stuff. But the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be a while before they go down. But having that fortune is very important to them. But that Seven of Wands, I definitely feel, especially the mom and everything, kind of coming in there, standing up for herself, and then him coming in, standing up for herself. This is a little part of the drama. Okay, but so far, okay, hopes and fears, the High Priestess reversed. The High Priestess can be, for those who follow me, not just the intuitive and all that, secrets. Okay, so there's a little bit of fear that certain secrets coming out. Okay, as they are. But the Four of Wands, a couple things there. I'm going to pull two on that. And the Knight of Swords reverse. Okay, so here we go. Whew. Okay. Four of Wands, it definitely can be about stability, stable foundation. It is reversing here. It is reversing. And then also the Knight of Swords reverse, which I feel like kind of, blurting certain things out, saying what he's doing, it is in the reversal, but, kind of feeling, let me show you the Knight. Need to kind of get out and defend self, but also it is in the reversal, so that can slow down the Knight. So he's been real slow to speak, but all of a sudden now he's coming out with all that stuff, right? He's been just over the last several months. But also, could this looks like this could, some of these things that are coming up, shake the foundation of what everything has been built on. So when I tuned in with this is what I've got. In this situation, the way it looks, let's just kind of rehash it, and then this is a big read. Everything starts with that Paris Hilton image, okay, and that's why I stop, check what's her sign, because I have a feel this is Paris. Everything fits, with the water sign. She is a water sign. This is not Kim. Kim is a Libra. Now my signs don't always have to match. But I do not get any kind of, I had zero feel that Kim Kardashian is that Page of Cups, okay? And then also her being fooled. So this kind of sets a seed, okay, for something that everything is kind of built on. What happened kind of with Paris and it just happens to happen with Kim, right? It's kind of weird. Okay. And it could, and like I said, it doesn't mean that, Kim said, hey, you go get with your guy and go make a tape and let's, no, I don't think, or Kim, I'm sorry, Kris, I keep mixing the words up. Sorry. I don't feel Kris said that. But, could there, they obviously did a little thing, hey, my friend did it, maybe we do it. And then, Paris's stuff gets released and oh my God, I do feel something came up with, some kind of idea, because especially that star and that world and the both my naked ladies. So we could make a star, get this all over the world. We could milk this and we can make money. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, there's some sacrifices involved. We got the Hangman, but the perception, we got to do that. And then in the hidden, he's kind of kept a lid on it, probably some kind of arrangement there. And the Lover's Reverse, this is done after broken up and everything. And then the Chariot, this thing became very successful. They became successful, all that. But I do look at that Two of Cups and is there maybe a little even connecting? I know he's coming out saying, I've always been quiet. And maybe that's true because the Temperance, there is some patience. But could she have kind of, let's kind of, I get a feel, because all of a sudden he starts talking. I get a feel maybe, to kind of kick this Hulu thing off. That, they may, there's obviously a reach out because Kanye apparently does get, a laptop and photos. There's this thing. But I see that Two of Cups and that exchanging here. And this is more in kind of a current energy here, which makes me feel like maybe, Kim and kind of connected, or maybe Kanye reached out and connected, but some kind of connection. We got a little exchange here that some of this, a little bit here, they maybe make a kind of deal on the show. Oh, you go in, you kind of gripe, you do this. Yeah, it stirs up drama. So I got, as I kind of look at this, and in Kim's position, I got the Ace of Swords reverse, which could be some serious dishonesty, and things like that. And I know Kris is looking at the bigger picture. She's the one holding the globe. He's been kind of patient for a while. He's been silent, whatever. I'm not saying they had this plan for 20 years and he would emerge, because they don't know where all this is going to lead. But it does make me feel that the coming together with this Ray, that he's also playing in it too. Okay, so I don't get 100% this dude's a victim either. I think this is all a ruse. The whole thing. The whole freaking thing. Because the Two of Cups is right there. This is all a ruse, guys. And I don't know if any other tarot reader has felt that or anything, but this is all a ruse. So this is where I'm at. Paris Hilton has her situation. She's this very glamorous, and she was her partner. And like I said, I am very new to Kardashian kind of stuff. I am very new to it. I didn't know all this stuff, okay? Tarot's telling me the story, and I'm just kind of, confirming with a few things in front of you guys. But I do know the story of Paris Hilton. I remember that from back in the day when I was younger. Absolutely. I remember this whole tape and all that stuff. But they're, she's kind of partners or whatever. Maybe they kind of, maybe we should do this with our boyfriends, before they, Paris's shit got released, and she did not want that to happen. I 100% believe that Paris did not want that to happen because she was already on top of the world. She didn't need it. And if anything, it could hurt her. And she went away from the limelight. I do believe this negatively impacted her. And at least in the sense, how she felt and everything. She's a sensitive person. She is a Pisces, and there is that sensitivity there. Hence also another reason why that is showing. But this here, when I go into the past position, especially, wants to be a star, and everything. Let's get all over the world. We got my nude ladies. Here, there is no betrayal cards in this, guys. There is no betrayal of Kim Kardashian here. Okay? In this sense. None. And there's really no betrayal even of the Ray J guy either. Okay? There's really not. As a matter of fact, as far as him being depressed or and I'm not going to say he probably, at certain times with some negativity, did hit some depression moments. I'm not going to say, like, maybe I kind of regret my actions here. Remember that Knight of Cups is reversed. Be careful what you wish for. Maybe, I could make money and this, that. Be careful what you wish for. Now, I'm not going to say he doesn't regret a few things here, but I do feel a recent maybe kind of coming together to kind of place of, let's get some things in the media. Maybe we could kind of, say things. You say this. I'll go on a talk show. I'll do a lie detector. We'll get this Hulu shit going. Okay, that's what I feel is going down. Okay, it's all a ruse. The whole thing is a ruse. All of it. All of it. Now, with that said, I am not, while I know this is drama, this is entertainment, this is what people love. Okay? And I do want to say this, no matter what. Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians have become very, famous and everything. They're very popular and all that. I'm not necessarily going to call them bad people for this whole thing. I'm not going to do that. Kim has done some good things, with getting famous and, like I said, with prison reform, that's fantastic and all that stuff. But this is drama. This is, if you think the Kardashians is real life, if you think this is real life, it's time to wake up. Okay? This is entertainment. Reality TV is not necessarily real, guys. So they're just doing their job, really, which is to entertain you, to captivate you, to entertain you, to get ratings, to get followers. Drama. People love drama. This is what sells. So I do not, I can't really judge the whole thing, because it's none of it's real. It's all illusion. It is all illusion, and they're doing their job, which is to entertain you, to entertain the public. Okay, that is what they're meant to do. Okay, and they will be as popular as long as people follow, as long as people watch, as long as people enjoy the thing. Now, if you realize and recognize that this is all fantasy and it's fun and everything, that's great. And you like to watch a show and kind of be fascinated, captivated, whether, Kim and Kanye are working it out, or whether Pete Davidson has kind of popped in there and all this. This is all not real. That's the bottom line when it comes down to all of it is not real. Okay. And, but the tarot read is real. That's the story. It's all, even his thing about, they did this. There's a coming together with that as well. Okay. And as far as Kim, like I said, the whole lie detector, that wasn't real. And now, now Maury Povich, I mean, maybe if she went on Maury Povich and did his lie detector, maybe, but I even know Maury Povich is probably, not real stuff, I don't know. But, we all have to. But the whole thing, you guys, I guess in a nutshell, after I do it all, it is 100% drama, 100% fiction, and 100% fantasy. Hence the Ace of Swords in Kim's position. Okay, and stuff, and it's they're all drama people, everything. This is all. So yes, was Kim a poor victim? No. Was Kris behind it? Yes. Is he also Ray J behind it? Yes. Is this recent emergence in the news? Is he playing into this? Did he get depressed about certain things when people were attacking him? That would be a little bit true too, yes. But maybe I could do a little opportunity. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, and it's all about the drama. I hope you enjoy my read.